Good morning. That's getting on Instagram as well. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Happy Thursday. So, yeah, I'm early today comparing to yesterday. I just finished the recording with Now Media TV. And if you are interested to watch the episode, um, you know, Michael Rager has a lot of great guests, not only myself. I have my segment. I just finished recording my segments with him, and he has so many great guests. You can actually watch the episode tonight at 6 p.m. Central on, let me put the banner here for you guys, on nowmedia.tv. So nowmedia.tv/shows and then /biz talk. So I put that on the screen for you guys who are watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You guys on Instagram, I'll put that link for you after I save this live. But you can simply go to nowmedia.tv and then just look for show, look for business talk, which is BIZ talk. So you're gonna watch it tonight. You're gonna be able to watch it tonight at 6 p.m. And you can watch my segment and other people talking as well about business and other great stuff. So you can also watch my segments on actually my YouTube or on my website. You can just go to nourasbooks.com and go to about, and then from there you can go to Noura in the media. So you can just do that. On the phone, you're not going to see about us. So you're going to see Noura in the media. So you can go see all previous segments, but there would be a delay, like a week delay. So for example, I just posted last episode last night or the day before. So there's would be like a week or so delay. But if you want to watch other guests speaking about a lot of great stuff on actually business, different topics, so you will be able to watch that show actually every day, Monday through Friday, and then 6 to 7 p.m. Central. But I am there like for now every Thursday. Not sure how long I will be able to do it, but for now, like you're gonna watch me every Thursday. I'll be there. So we're talking about different topics. Today we spoke about business grants. So go ahead and watch that episode tonight. If you don't want to wait for me to post it on YouTube, on the website. All right, enough with that. I wanted to talk to you about financial statements. If you were on business or a nonprofit, which is also a business, you need to be able to read your financial statements. Why? Why do you think you have to be able to read and understand your financial statements? And what numbers do you have to look for? Or how do you understand them? So simply because you want to make good decision, informed decision. You don't want to just like, oh, I think we should do this now. I think I should hire this person right now. I think I should spend money on this. Oh, I think we cannot spend money this month. This is just guessing. This is not gonna make you grow as a nonprofit or business owner. You cannot grow this way. You cannot grow guessing your decisions. You really have to pay close attention to your financials. You have to look at the numbers. You have to make sure you are understanding your numbers and making informed decision. And that decision financial decisions that gonna bring you an ROI, which is return on your investment. So if you're spending $1, you should get $100. Well, it depends, but you should have some sort of this is one thing. So decisions. Another thing is cash flow. You want to be aware if you have enough cash flow or not. So maybe you are not actually able, if you invest in marketing more this month, you won't be able to pay your staff next month. Or maybe you're not going to be able to pay yourself, therefore you cannot afford your mortgage, your rents, you cannot live basically. So that's just an example. So you want to pay attention for your cash flow. Are you doing good on cash flow, or are you eating all your cash? Especially when you are motivated and you want to grow, you want to grow fast. It happened to me, right? It happened to a lot of us. So you get motivated, but if you are paying close attention to your numbers, you will have no problem. You will be able to plan, okay, I cannot move that fast unless I compensate for that cash flow. I can make it. How I'm gonna make it? Like, will I make that cash flow from extra revenue, make more sales, or will I make it from actually getting a line of credit, or maybe getting a loan, or maybe getting a grant, right? All these stuff takes time. It doesn't happen over the time. So you need to be aware, where do you stand on cash flow, so you can make the correct decision and be proactive. So you don't wait until you get into under the rocks and then now what we do, we don't have cash. What do we do? So you want to be aware of your financial statements, your numbers. What's your situation going to be if you did not do this, or if you did this, whatever that investment you're going to spend in. The third thing is tax liabilities. So if you are aware of your financials, if you know and understand what numbers you have in your financial statement, that's gonna let you know what tax liability you're gonna have later in the year, or so you can plan ahead. That's why I always tell you, tax planning, tax planning, tax planning. It is time to do tax planning. If you have not done it yet, please, please, please make sure you do it, especially if you're in business, if you are making money that more than what you expected, if you actually, anything's changed, and if you owed money last year, if you wait until you do your taxes, it is too late. There are very few things you could do if applicable, to reduce your tax bill. So the right time to do tax planning is before year end, before, as early as possible, as early as January. So I tell my client, if you really want to be proactive, you want to start tax planning right away. Have it planned and have it monitored all over the year, every month. And like in my firm, we monitor that. We actually offer the service where we do your bookkeeping. In addition to that, we make sure we monitor your tax situation. So we do it as a monthly service to make sure you're not finding yourself at the end of the year in a strange situation where you have to pay a lot of taxes. Sometimes there are money that you have to pay regardless, but you choose if you want to pay it for the IRS or if you want to invest it in your future or in your business. And there's a lot of strategies we can guide you through. So you are the business owner or the nonprofit person. You are going to make this decision. And this more applies for business owners. Now, but understanding your numbers is for everyone. Understanding your financial statements. So we mentioned 3 whys. Why do you have to understand your financial statements? To make informed decisions, to actually make sure you have enough cash flow, and to make sure you do not pay a lot of taxes. Be aware of your tax liability. So these are 3 reasons why you want to pay attention and understand your financials. It's not only enough to do your bookkeeping. I know, like, it's not enough. It's the bare minimum. If you don't want to do anything, you at least have to do your bookkeeping. But just doing your bookkeeping is not going to help you making the decisions that you are supposed to make if you are not understanding your financials and those numbers. I'm going to go over the main financial statements that everyone has to have. That's the bare minimum. Okay, you can always have more as you grow, like talk to your CFO. If you don't have a CFO, I am one. You can actually book a call with me. Go to my website, nourasbooks.com/contact, and book a time, and we can talk and see if I can help you with being a fractional CFO for you guys. So, but now we're talking about profit and loss statements and then balance sheets. Two very important statements, right? Your profit and loss, that will show your sales, your revenue, your cost of goods sold, like what did you spend money on, or in operation, in marketing. It can be very detailed. That's why I always recommend that you start with a chart of account to make sure you see in your financial statements the numbers you want to see. Of course, if you're using a software like QuickBook, you can actually expand those numbers, but it's up to you what you want to see in your financial statements. So you want to look at the details. You can catch what you spent more money at, that maybe you went over budget, maybe there's a new charge that wasn't there. You can also figure out like if there's any frauds on your on your business, maybe from employees, maybe someone just charged your credit card or your debit card, or that's not supposed to happen. So you'll be able to identify those things. That's basically the profit and loss. It shows you every single detail, and then it shows you if you are actually profiting or not. If you are losing money, what are you doing with everything? Now, the balance sheet is another document that's going to show you what you have in the bank, in cash, bank statements, like how your liability, loans, credit cards, equity, how much equity do you have? So you have to have these two statements. And if you're not doing a bookkeeping, they're not going to be accurate. So you want to make sure they are accurate in order to help you make informed decisions, help you stay in compliance, and monitor your cash flow. And of course, additional financial statement, I would always recommend cash flow statement, where you're always monitoring. That doesn't come with bookkeeping. Usually, if you have a bookkeeper, you have to have like a CFO in order to help you more effectively managing your cash flow and tax liability and all of that. Tax accountant also you have to have. So make sure you understand your financial statement so you can talk to your accountant, so you can talk to your team, so you can make informed decisions. If you do not have financial statements, that's a real problem. That's a real problem. And it's time to have one. Make sure you have it before the end of the year for this year in order to avoid any not good situation later on, right? You don't want to pay more in taxes. You do not want to actually have to make an extension and not file on time because you do not have your financial statements. And like I said, there is not much you can do if you waited and did not know what the tax liability is. So if you are looking to save money now, you have to act now, and you're kind of late, but you have to act now. Do tax planning. If you didn't do bookkeeping, do bookkeeping and tax planning. Make sure you actually are aware of what's your tax liability, because you have to pay it. If it's a tax liability, there's no credit applied. There's nothing you can use to save that. You have to pay it. But before the end of the year, before December 31st, there's some stuff you can do, but you cannot wait until the last day and contact me or your accountant to ask, what can I do? It's too late. You have to act now, and you're kind of late, like I said, but you have to act now. You still have time. But be ready for next year. If you want to grow, if you want to stay in compliance, if you want to save your money for yourself, so you don't want to give it to IRS and government do whatever they want, and the money, maybe things that you do not agree with. So keep your money with you legally if you can. That starts with understanding your financials and act accordingly. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you are doing what you're supposed to do. You make sure you are making your dream come true by getting the good actions. again, if you need help with anything, tax planning, bookkeeping, CFO service, anything regarding tax and accounting, I'll be happy to help you. You can go ahead and book a call with me at nourasbooks.com/contacts. And if you want to watch my segment on Business Talk Show with Michael tonight at 6 p.m., you can go to nowmedia.tv. You can look for the show, and it's going to air tonight at 6 p.m. Also, I mean, you can see there like what TV, like it's a local TV in Houston, and some radio, like there's in Chicago, like it has everything listed, and I listed those on my YouTube. So if you go to my segment on my YouTube, you can see that. So you will be able to identify where else you can watch that. So yeah, I can't wait to see you later, guys, and talk to you soon. Bye.